Oh yeah, so I guess I should talk about the Pinball Museum too, because that's like probably... I'm like almost more excited for that than EVO.
Sorry, there's a... Dr. Derp says Phil Kohler, fighting gamesman. Thomas says Phil, frame data Kohler.
Phil Umeshoryu Kohler. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But no.
They're not random.
Phil's coming a day late, but I'm going to the Pinball Museum in Las Vegas on Thursday, and that is, oh, it just looks so cool. There's like hundreds of pinball machines, all working like from like the 50s all the way up to like ones that are being released like last year. Just all like real well kept, all working, all like. And then there's like also just set for like a quarter or 50 cents. They can just go in all day and play them, and that's what I plan to do most of Thursday. Spend hours doing hours.
Where is this place at? Because people keep mentioning it, but they never, when I have the opportunity to, I don't know where it is, and my phone is kind of ass to look stuff up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to write down the address because my phone's the same way. But it's like east of the Strip. It's by, well, I was gonna say it was by the Liberace Museum, but that is unfortunately no longer. Really kind of moved me out. But yeah, it's just east of the Strip, like maybe like what would be like a 30-minute walk, but I'm not walking when it's 110 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty quick cab ride, and I'm really excited for it. Like almost more excited than EVO. And they also have some old fighting games there too. They have some arcade cabinets. Not that many, but they have. I did see they have Street Fighter 1, which I've never played before. I'm kind of interested in checking out.
Do they have the pressure sensitive button?
I don't know, because I was looking on their site because they have like they have like a Google Map kind of thing where you can like walk down the aisles of the Pinball Museum, and I didn't see the Street Fighter cabinet out, so I'm hoping it's there. But I would really like it to be the one with the 3-level pressure-sensitive buttons. That would be really nice. Fingers crossed.
That'd be great.
Though that's a one-player game, isn't it? Like that's not a 2-player game, or is it?
I think it's a 2-player game.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only play as Ryu and Ken, right?
Right. Player 1 is Ryu, second player is Ken.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well. Who knows? Agart in the chat asked what games we are looking forward to the most out of EVO. We talked about that a little bit before. Smash does have a high turnout, 970, and that's without the emergency registration because they're still gonna let you register on site this year, same as they did last year, for like some unreasonable amount of money too. It's so dumb. It's like $100 or over $100 or $100 plus $10 for your game or something like that. So I wouldn't be shocked if Smash actually hit 1,000. Pretty cool. But no, I'm probably most excited for Street Fighter. I would like to see. I'm gonna watch some Tekken. It's gonna be probably all done on Friday, which kind of bums me out. But I'm part of the problem because I didn't enter it. So.
I thought you weren't really into Tekken.
I enjoy watching it, but the movement in it drives me up the wall.
Right.
I think I way more for A-Way Run from Soul Calibur. This is like a better way. I don't know. If just Tekken movement is like the most important part of that game, and it's fucking impossible.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest things to just pick up and learn in that game, the movement. But once you get it down, you're good.
I enjoy watching it a lot.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing another one. Is the Blaze Blue stuff? I think is actually really entertaining as well.
Yeah, that is gonna be
like
tough.
it's completely baffling to me. Like I couldn't ever play that shit.
It's cool
but
to
like
watch.
watching it is
it's cool to watch.
That's gonna be tough. Blaze Blue is gonna be tough to get to because it's gonna be Sunday morning at 8 o'clock.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Holy shit, never mind.
Yeah. So I usually get to the finals room around like 9, just because you have to get there somewhat early, or you're not gonna have anywhere decent to sit. So I'll try and save you a seat. So I usually catch like the very, very end of Blaze Blue, or I just fall asleep in the chair, like in a folding chair, and then people I know eventually will wake me up. I don't know. EVO has gotten really different the last couple years going there. It's kind of interesting to see. Like, they are... I don't want to say they're getting professional, because it's clearly far from that. But they, like, don't let you bring in giant 3-foot-tall alcoholic drinks anymore, which is a real bummer. So, like, that's, like, what I used to do is just get, you know, just continue whatever I was doing on Saturday night into Sunday morning and just, like, show up completely hammered to finals. And that just makes them really just that much more exciting. Like, the first year I went to EVO, during Street Fighter Finals, one of the people I was staying in a hotel room with ran back to the hotel room and grabbed a bottle of whiskey and brought it back into the finals, and we just drank the entire thing during Street Fighter Finals. It was pretty rough. Like, it was so bad that even the, like, Australians in front of us were, like, blown away by how much we were drinking. Like, they were like, really? You guys are going a little bit hard, I think. It was funny. Agar brings...
says, I gotta say, I'm always very entertained by King of Fighters. Those matches are always super intense and very hype. I think the big surprise is going to be Killer Instinct. With a year under its belt, I feel the competition will be stiff. And PR Balrog has been training on it a great deal, as well as Justin. Yeah, I think
I'm curious what kind of reception.
Will probably be interesting. My thing with King of Fighters is, I like watching it. I think he's right. Those matches are always super intense. But the thing about King of Fighters that always frustrates me is shit takes forever.
It's a very the pacing of it is like, it looks like, it's not. I don't know. I feel like if you don't know a lot about what's going on in King of Fighters, it just seems like a slow plotting match.
It just, it drags on, and don't they do like, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe this is just for the 1 year that I was watching it at the wrong time or something, but don't they do like a best of 7 or some shit?
That may have been something else. No, they just do best of 5. Yeah.
I just remember it taking forever.
That may have been like an exhibition or something, but I know normally for tournaments it can be best of 3 and best of 5. That's the other thing that should be cool, is they're doing the Super Turbo Tournament of Champions again this year, which they didn't do last year.
Oh yeah, I love that shit. Yeah,
so that's going to be really cool.
They did that the first year that I watched, and it was one of my favorite parts.
So we're going to have to find out what time that is, because I really remember that.
God, did Afro Legends win last time?
I don't remember who won last time. I just remember getting really annoyed at Vega. Even while I was watching it, like, it got me upset. Like, he's just such an obnoxious character in that game.
Oh, that's what it is. Agart says the reason it takes so long is because it's a 3-character mechanic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It seems like a lot
It's
longer.
3 characters that you have to get through.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember the EVO tournament organizers breathing a sigh of relief when CBS 2 kind of stopped being relevant.
That game takes forever. That's the longest
that game
fighting
takes
ever.
way too long.
Because I've run local CBS 2 tournaments, and they just, I mean, that's another game with, because I'm sure Phil doesn't know, it's another game with a 3-character mechanic.
Which is? Sorry?
Capcom versus SNK 2.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So that's another game where you gotta... It takes a long time. That game's like really more... Depending on what characters are being played, that game can be a lot slower than even King of Fighters, just because charge characters are really good in it. So lots of turtling from both sides.
Chasm says, PR Balrog has said he thinks Killer Instinct has no future. He trains in it, but he doesn't seem to be enjoying it, and the community has generally had a pretty lukewarm reception. Agart says the reason he said that was because of the number of people playing, and that essentially that's hurt by being only on Xbox One.
It is.
You know, I'm sure that hurts it.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely.
Very sure that
I mean,
hurts
that's
it.
up until recently, it's a $700 investment. I mean,
I
now
would
it's
not
still a
be shocked if-
$600 investment.
Have they talked at all about potentially doing a PC version?
Not publicly.
No.
I would
Think about it.
I would like for there to be a PC.
It seems like it would make. It seems like it would totally make sense. And Microsoft tends to like. They seem to have a tendency towards with their first party stuff like randomly putting out a PC version like 6 months or a year later or something.
It would
Although
be
I guess
nice.
if they're really trying to push Xbox One, maybe they won't.
It would be nice to see, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. But I have to agree that game has been getting a pretty lukewarm reception in general. Partially because of the Xbox One thing, partially because just the combo breaker mechanic is obnoxious. Like, it's a real. I don't know. It negates, like, if you put a lot of work into a combo and it can just get easily, like, negated into almost nothing, it's kind of like, what's the point? I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious what kind of reception it's going to get this year. It got a poor reception last year at its.
But that was also the like the early version, right?
That was a pre-release, early version that was a lot more broken than the current one, and I think a lot of its bad reception last year was related to the Xbox One.
Right.
Because this is when it still had the DRM issues, and like. I guess it didn't come through on the stream, which is probably for the best. But like the actual, like in the event hall, like anytime Xbox One was mentioned, like the entire crowd was like booing and cheering. And like there were chants during.
I think that was a big part of the Killer Instinct lukewarm reception last year was the fact that like I think a lot of it was just like Xbox One, general Xbox One.
Yeah. And it was right after, it was right before Marvel, and people wanted to watch Marvel, so during the exhibition there were like chants for Wins Marvel and stuff like that.
Of course.
So,
Agort says this year will define the future for Killer Instinct. If it stays lukewarm this year, it'll drop off. Yeah, I think that's.
I don't know about that.
There was a quote by someone in the community. They said, "It's like I dunk a basketball over you, and then we play rock paper scissors to see if it counts."
Yeah.
And this is in regards to the combo breaker system, and I agree. Sometimes it kind of feels like.
I think even if it gets a lukewarm reception, it has a chance of being there next year. Just because if you look at like Mortal Kombat 9 definitely stayed a year past its welcome. Fire Tekken stayed a year past its welcome.
I feel like Mortal Kombat 9, even though didn't have that lukewarm of a reception.
It had like 200 entries or something, though. I don't know. It depends. I mean, it's dependent on sponsorship money, I think, which is fine. I don't think that's a problem. Oh,
I mean,
great.
they're not putting any pop bonus stuff for KI. Like any.
There is a pop bonus for KI from Razer, actually. I think, and then someone else put one in too. I think there's like a total like 15 grand or something like that for KI. Oh, he's gonna play Ken and make me. So now I get to play Frisbee, and he's gonna play Ken and make me look like an idiot on stream because I can't deal with his Xbox Live tactics. Gonna be lots of Kara throws. But luckily he's gonna go easy on me, according to his tag. Yeah, I don't know. Dave Lang's, like Soltron brings up, Dave Lang is in charge of Killer Instinct, so... That's that! Call it a wrap, folks.
Yep. Wins KI4.
Yeah. They're gonna reduce Killer Instinct down to 2 buttons soon.
Yeah.
There should be a dive kick on official tournament there, I think. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be a thing, like a side tourney somewhere off stream.
The Mortal Kombat, there's going to be a Mortal Kombat 9 official tourney as well, and that's really cool because they're doing Test Your Might board. They collected donations for a pop bonus. I think it has like $1,500 or $1,000 or something, which is kind of nice. It's good to see a community supporting a game when no one else will. Even if it is Mortal Kombat 9. Maybe Mortal Kombat 10 will be there. That would be nice. I would be really happy to see that game.
It's gonna be interesting considering that you have multiple, I guess, variations per character.
It's so much to learn.
That's so much to learn, yeah.
see, lots of carrot throws.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as like, I don't know, multi-blood active again, but
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, when I saw that they were doing the multiple version thing, it definitely made me think that that Mortal Kombat was going anime for sure.
yeah. But I mean, I think there's a foundation that's gonna be the same. I don't think there's going to be like I don't think the normals are gonna be different. Let's say, you know.
No, it seems like most of the normals are the same. It's just the special moves that are changing.
All right, and I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm. This makes me wonder, like, how do you balance? I don't know. I guess Mortal Kombat 9 had universal normals as well, so.
Yeah. How do you balance that?
Like, well, yeah. Well, yes. How do you balance like a set of normals against 3 different playstyles? Like, I don't know. We'll see.
It feels like
how do you have the same? How do you have a rushdown set of like a rushdown character and a zone character both with the same set of normals?
Right.
Seems tough.
I think what's going to happen is that there's going to be like a dominating variant that people are just gonna go to per character.
I did like they were showing off Cassandra Cage,
Right.
and she has one of her sets is called Hollywood, and she has like a ton of like Johnny Cage moves, including like the Nutcracker move and all the rest of those.
Right.
So, and she like wears sunglasses in that moveset also. So that's pretty. I would like to.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I want to try that out if it's at EVO.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna hop out.
All right.
Dylan, we should do not next week obviously because that's when we're gonna leave for EVO, but the week after that we should do like a post EVO, like talk about what we saw, what we thought was cool.
That'd be fun.
We'll figure out a time.
I do want to point out something though. Chocobo Racing is coming to Final Fantasy 14 next Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I saw that, but it's like shared by your free company. What the fuck?
I think.
Well,
you
it's
can
not
play-
shared by your free company.
Yeah.
You need to have a free company that has a stable.
But I thought they made it sound like there's only one Chocobo.
No.
No.
You
Okay.
put your chocobo.
You can have as
in
many
there.
chocobos or as many people with chocobos as you want.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I just read it wrong. Alright, well, now I'm less upset. But you don't raise it from an egg. Like, you have to just put your own chocobo in there, right?
They did mention some breeding stuff. I don't know like how detailed the system goes, but
There definitely will be breeding stuff at some point.
Yeah.
It might not be like at the start. It might not be like.
I want my blue chocobo.
Scratty B is freaking out because he's like a fanboy or something. I don't know.
yeah.
As a
He's a
fan
bigger
of
fanboy
raising
than us.
Vanadiel.
I mean, the thing of it is, Scratty B says it's just a way to level your chocobo. But like part of the reason that this thing exists and part of the reason that it's good is that leveling your chocobo right now, prior to this existing, is fucking awful.
It's
grind.
okay. Yeah.
It's like it just takes years.
Is it gonna have any, like... Because, I mean, so is it just gonna be, like, leveling, like, class-wise? Like, you're not gonna have, like, be able to have, like, a faster chocobo than other people? Or... Like,
I don't know.
11?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be
it-
stuff like that.
They're adding.
right
They are
now.
adding new skills that your chocobo can learn, and they're adding. They're raising the level cap for the chocobo from 10 to 20. So I don't know.
Right.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, if it's better than... I hate
But
leveling my
it's
chocobo
also
right
very
now,
much
so...
like. It's also very much, this is they're just introducing the system, and you can tell that it's the kind of system they're probably just going to keep building on and add more stuff to as they go. They're also introducing in this patch the ability for mounts to have abilities.
Right.
So I imagine that something with chocobo raising could play into chocobo raising as well, where like, oh, if you do a certain thing with your chocobo, if you raise them a certain way, or you make a certain special type of chocobo, suddenly it has this ability.
And
I
your
like it.
magic tech mounts can shoot.
Can you raise your Magitech mount? Can you, like, put them in the stable and feed them?
Yeah,
Level them up?
you feed them carrots.
Did you feed them carrots?
How about your Godwin mount? Because everyone has one of those, right?
You have one?
I do have one.
I have a variant of them. Does that count?
Dylan, when I got to the credits, I looked for your name in the credits, but it wasn't there. That made me sad.
Oh, Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they just have all in the credits, they just have names of like all the people who.
Oh yeah, you had to
money
submit
for the original.
Yeah, you had to. It's for legacy people. You had to submit your name. Like they sent you an email, but it went into my spam, and I never actually got anything with it. So instead, all I have is my tattoo and my special barding, but I didn't get my.
I was looking for Taco Face Delicioso.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you had to like give your permission for them to put it in there, which is nice.
They send you like a certificate, like a physical certificate.
That was from. Well, I mean, I got a physical certificate for getting the collector's edition. You had to. You got a passport to Vanadiel with your character's name on it. Or not Vanadiel.
Wait, to Vanadiel?
Not to Vanadiel, to
Vanadiel.
Eorzea. An Eorzean passport. It was that. Yeah. That came with the collector's edition. You had to like send in your account info to this like in a coupon that came with with the collector's
That is
edition,
ridiculous.
and they would mail you back an Eorzean passport.
All right, so Raising Eorzea coming soon to his stream friends near you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We're gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna try and make it happen. Once they.
If nothing else, we'll at least do a stream.
I'd
when
like
that
to
launches,
look at it.
Like looking at it.
I'd like
yeah.
to look at it, and then I think once it gets more in depth, I can work on doing a daily show for it. But I would like to. Definitely.
All right, I'm gonna go sob and think about America.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
See you guys later.
Later.
See you, Phil.
Should I keep playing? I should.
Sure.
I need to. I really want to play her Evo, but there's a lot.
I mean, if you're
I'm
not gonna play Poison, who are you gonna play?
Cammy.
Cammy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Capra?
She's really cool. She's a lot stronger defensively than I imagined she would be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly did not think she would be a very good, like, I didn't think she'd be built for defense. But she really is.
Yeah, it kind of felt like the way that they were kind of tearing her out that she'd be all rush down, charge rush down, you know?
And she has some of that, but they removed a lot of, like they took away her ground spiral arrow. Now it's an air spiral arrow, which is really cool because you can like when someone does a fireball, you can jump back and then spiral arrow if you're quick
you
enough
can just
during.
go forward with that. Like it's very useful in getting in. Agor, yeah, I worked a stream with Nick for Shovel Knight, and it was just kind of like an impromptu stream.
How did you? I thought that was only out on 3DS. How'd you stream it?
It's on Steam.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Steam and Wii U.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna get it on 3DS for my plane trip. I figured it'd be good for that.
Are you going to Vegas via train? Train?
Yes, yeah. Just because it's like the difference between a 9-hour drive or an hour and a half flight.
Yeah. I'm like 4 hours away from Vegas, so.
Yeah, for you, I feel like you're better off driving, probably.
Yeah,
I know people I know that are coming to San Diego are driving, and that's not too bad for them, I guess.
it wouldn't be. I mean, especially if it's like, you know,
Yeah,
carpooling and stuff.
9 hours across the desert in the middle of summer stinks.
Yeah.
Even though usually when I drive, I go at nighttime. Like I'll leave at like 2 in the morning,
Right.
you know, and then get there at like 11, which is right around the time for check-in. So, but and it's a really boring drive too. Like I don't know how the drive is from Los Angeles, but from here, it's like there's nothing. There's like nothing,
Yeah,
nothing in between.
there is nothing after like maybe 30 minutes in. Like you're just driving to like straight up desert, and it's like the most mind-numbing thing ever.
Yeah.
Which is why, you know, have like a podcast or 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if it's only 4 hours, I could live with that. But
I mean, there are some places to stop. Some, you know,
some sights
you
to
can
see.
see, you can see like this huge ass thermometer thing, and I think it's Baker or whatever. But like, I mean, it's someplace you just see a huge thermometer, and you're like, wow,
That's
that's a
pretty.
big thermometer.
That's something.
Yeah,
Do they
that's
have
a little
like the giant T-Rex, like in Pee-wee Herman
I
movie? Is that not around that route? I don't know where. I'm pretty sure that's in California somewhere, and I assume everything in California is right next to it. Everything else, it's a pretty small state.
Yeah, like yeah, it's somewhere in California. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I might go to Vegas. But yeah, I mean the trip is for a driver. I've only done the drive once going back and forth. And that was for like CES.
Oh.
I don't think I can tell you, going to Vegas by yourself sucks.
Yeah, you didn't have anyone else there? You didn't, no one to meet?
I mean, there were some people that I met there, you know, and we hit up some parties and stuff, but, you know, otherwise it's just,
yeah,
I'm there doing work and stuff, which, that's great, you know.
Yeah.
Or not great, but, nah.
Good for them. Yeah. You should just crash in Phil's hotel room anyway.
I should?
He won't mind,
But
I'm sure.
I
If you just
don't-
show up,
I-
what
I
choice
don't
is he
wanna
gonna
feel
have?
like- I don't want to feel like weaker, especially.
If you just show up, what's he gonna do? Kick you out in the street? I don't think so. Maybe.
Maybe.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, if you know, if I did go to EVO, you know, I think I'd be hanging out with you guys most of the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, we'll see. This, I don't know. Last year at EVO, I really didn't hang out much at EVO, so I'm not sure. But like last year at EVO, they didn't have the Bring Your Old Console section, which is probably
Right.
one of my favorite parts. So this year, I may be there more.
I mean, there's definitely things in Vegas.
Yeah, that's
so-
the thing is, even outside of EVO, there's plenty of shit to do in Vegas.
Right.
Uh-oh, Frisbee's challenging Thomas in chat to use his main. Snap!
Oh.
We can get some
Snap.
get some serious matches right now, folks. Not from me, thank God. Yeah, there's, like I said, the Pinball Museum should be fun. Might go to that, Barcade. I'd like to go, like, I want to do downtown one time with Phil. I think that'd be really fun. Because I just like
Yeah,
those old decrepit casinos that are, like, falling apart. Like,
Yeah.
outside of the Fremont experience, you know? Like, go to the
Right.
Las Vegas Club, which is, like, so busted down they closed off their entire, like, hotel section. It's just empty. It's just empty. Now there's just, like, one big room that's a casino there.
Wow.
Yeah, and you could just go to the bar and get them $1 Bud Lights.
Yeah, I've only been to downtown Vegas like once, and
It's a mix. It's like there's like the
It's
part that's
interesting.
there's the part that's covered and really nice, and then there's the part like right outside there, which is like
right.
a little bit
Yeah.
like cracky, you know.
Like yeah, I
It'll
think,
remind Phil of home. There's lots of hobos out there.
I think that freaking arcade that you mentioned is like right. Damn, man, you're getting a perfect. Wow.
Whoa!
Wow.
Getting some perfects back and forth. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, but we about to see another perfect, maybe. Oh,
Wow.
oh,
This is.
woo! We got some cray matches
We don't
going
need
on.
Evo. We got.
Yeah, this is it. This is EVO. Stream Friends EVO. It's right now.
What the fuck is happening?
Nice.
Oh, no perfect there.
Wow,
Oh,
that
is this a
comeback!
This is a comeback?
Woo-hoo. Amazing.
Holy crap! He can do this for America.
I mean, today of all days, Guile deserves to win. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
This is it.
This is true. That was a match.
So happy for America right now.
Gallo Fame needed to be there.
Yeah.
Actually, he's second player side, so it should have it.
Yeah, I think I have, because I just, like, I don't know if I've beaten the arcade mode on this or not, so I may not have character themes on. Because I really didn't start playing on Xbox until Ultra was unplayable on PlayStation, so.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed about my purchase.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be that bad. Like, it's way worse than even AE was. And then you had your other weird thing too with your
Yeah,
controller.
and yeah, that.
What
I
happened
don't
with
even
that?
know.
I guess we should explain what happened. Is you had like the most ultimate lag ever. Like you were playing at like 24 frames a second.
Right, so I have a PS360 plus PCB in my joystick, and for whatever the reason, whenever it's plugged into my PSP and I play Street Fighter 4, certain stages would just lag up badly. But once I unplug that stick, it runs smooth as butter, you know? Well, at least as smooth as the PSP version can run.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was just like, this is like, it's blowing my mind, because how can a controller, like, you know, screw up something like that, you know?
And I've seen it happen before. Mostly with stuff that's using converters. Not.
Yeah, and this isn't a converter, it is, you know...
I can't believe I missed that. It makes me real upset.
I'll see this in a second. Or two.
Yeah. Soon the PC version will be out. We don't have to worry about any of this garbage.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what I'm most
just
excited
not
for.
PC version.
Is I'm really excited for the PC version of Ultra. I'm hoping that Capcom does me a solid, like they did with AE, and give me a free copy for playing. Because like for AE, they did that for EVO. Is anyone that was entered AE that the first year it came out got a free copy of the PC version.
So wait, you don't have a copy of AE for Steam?
No, I ended up. What I did was when they had that big Amazon sale, I bought a Games for Windows Live retail code for like $7 or whatever.
Right.
And then I had Amazon credit, so it ended up being like nothing.
And you didn't redeem that code to your Steam account?
I did. Yeah, I got
And,
a on
okay,
Steam.
so you do have it on Steam.
I do, yeah. Before I had only a Games for Windows Live copy, and then the EVO codes didn't work, so I used my Amazon credit to buy a retail copy,
Right.
which is fine.
It's kind of weird that those codes in particular wouldn't work.
I think it has something to do with them not being retail key, like not being marked as retail keys for whatever
yeah.
reason. Because those were the ones that were meant to work with it.
Right.
Victory is mine!
Oh, that's not an Ultra at all. There we go.
Yeah, I find it kind of hard to really, like, sit down with Ultra, especially the PSP version, and with that huge ass problem.
Yeah.
Figure out, like, what my main is gonna be.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's what, a month and 2 days from now that it'll be out.
alright.
So I want to do something if we maybe like the day of launch if possible. Yeah. Depending, I don't know what date it is. I may actually just have to work instead. But it would be nice to do something.
At some time in August.
Yeah.
Late August, I think.
The early adopter quote stream. Dang, that's what we did Ultra. Makes me sad how much Cammy's heavy normals have been nerfed in this version.
Yeah, like, what, her standing first does...
It's like so low. And then her, the last hit of her Ultra got nerfed as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
But she still got like, luckily. She's got those extra low dive kicks. Though I don't know, like, I don't think they allow you to, like, TK him anymore or something. Because I was trying and I wasn't getting anything out of it.
The dive kicks?
Yeah.
The EX dive kicks or just regular dive kicks? Because regular dive kicks have a height restriction, right?
But they lowered it in Ultra.
Oh.
But I guess it's not quite instant dive kick level.
Yeah, like, I don't think...
Yeah.
I don't think it's instant.